Hi there, it's Babs here from My Fiery Phoenix and Yarn Academy, and this is the first of my Plan With Me monthly layouts for my new bullet journal. There are only a couple of weekly layouts because I started this halfway through the month of May, but you can see the beautiful daisies which were inspired for this theme by my daughter Amber. She has been making me so many daisy chains lately that I just had to make this first spread all about the daisies. So I've gone with a colour theme of just simple black and white with a highlight of the yellow, and I love a little bee, so they're nice and simple to doodle. This is not amazing artwork. This is just something that gives me white space to work in so that my notebooks aren't so cluttered. It gives me title pages so that I can easily see where all of my months and projects are, and it calms me. It makes me feel happy, and quite frankly, that is what a bullet journal should do. It should not be a stress-inducing, I need to create some gorgeous art style drama. It should be something that you find relaxing, it should be therapeutic, and it should encourage you to complete the contents pages. Now here I have my monthly layout where you can see the whole month in one hit, and I've got my YouTube tracker up in the top left. I have some more bees buzzing around the page, and of course I have more daisies. In here I pop the important dates, anything that I need to remember throughout the month, and every date is highlighted. I do like a drop shadow, so I have included lots of grey drop shadows. I suspect there will be grey drop shadows throughout the entire journal because I just really like the way they look, and it gives a nice consistency to pages that will be changing as the themes alter each month. Now, I'm still working on my calligraphy. It's not the best scripting in the world. However, it will improve, I'm sure. One of the big bonuses for me that I have to work on is perfectionism. And so the fact that my bullet journal is not going to be perfect the whole time is an incredible learning journey for me. And I'm having to deal with it and live with it. This is my habit tracker. The numbers go down the side, top to bottom, for the month. And then I've got a range of the habits that I want to track across the top. I've paired this on one page with my mood tracker on the right hand page, which for this month is actually a giant daisy. So there's a big old yellow circle in the middle with all the dotted lines coming out of it, and then for each day I will pop on a different length of daisy petal depending upon how happy or sad I am feeling. I'm hoping that I'll be able to match up the different habits that I'm tracking with my moods and see if there's any sort of correlation there. You'll be able to see that sadly this month we did have some bad news, and my grandmother passed, and you can probably spot the 2 days that I am very, very low because I have teeny tiny petals on those days, and you can see where the worry's starting to build up, and then that's it all happens, and then things start to slowly improve again. And I absolutely love this particular way of tracking the mood. It's not screamingly obvious, but I understand exactly what it means, and I think the daisy is going to look amazing by the time I get to the end of the month and it's actually finished up and a complete daisy. So I'm looking forward to seeing that finished. An expense tracker is just an expense tracker. It does what it says on the tin. It is simply a great big table full of I'm going to be putting my business expenses in here just so that I can see when I've got money coming in, when I've got money going out, and just give me a high level overview on where I am at any given time. And at the moment obviously there's nothing in there because it is a brand new empty table. I then have on the right hand side my video tracking. Well, it should be video planning really rather than tracking, but these are the videos that I'm planning on making this month for tutorials and so forth. Now you've already seen the content planner. That is the page that was on the title screen for this video, and it is basically 2 great big empty spaces. And what I'll show you at the end of this video, once I've done the weekly spreads, is what this looks like with some content in it, because I have already been planning my content for the month for my YouTube channel, for my websites, for my newsletters. So content planning is very, very important to me. So I just wanted a little bit of decoration. So I've got my little bee up in the top right and a few daisies down the centre. So I've still got tons of space to be able to put my content in. Now my first weekly layout is fairly simple. I messed up the sizing for the Monday, but that's fine. It was the day that I was drawing it out, so I haven't got a whole load of stuff to put in there anyway. On the left hand side is a grid for events for the week, and then I've got my actual space for tasks and to-do lists in each of the individual daily boxes. I've put teeny tiny daisies in as my date markers. I've got room for some notes, and I've also got another monthly overview and an inspirational quote just to keep me motivated. This particular quote is behind every great achievement is a great passion, which of course is incredibly true. To be able to sustain the effort required to create something amazing, you need to have a huge amount of passion to support that process. And of course, you can still see these lovely, or I think they're lovely, grey drop shadows on all of the boxes. Again, going for the consistency. I've also numbered every single page as I've worked it so that I can put it back into my key. I have another quote here, success means never giving up, and then I've got a slightly different layout with a different style and slightly larger daisies, giving each of the daily date numbers. And again, I've got an events tracker on the right hand side of this particular layout rather than on the left hand side. So again, I'm just playing around, and here's my content planner with some content in it. As you can see, I've added in some washi tape, and I've got quite a bit of content in there already. So I may actually increase the amount of content planner pages that I have for next month. We'll see how it goes. This is only half a month's worth of me planning. I tend to get through a lot of content. So hopefully you've enjoyed this, and there will be another plan with me session coming up in a week or so when we hit the end of May and I move on to my June layout. If this was useful to you or helpful in any way or inspired you, then please drop me a message and let me know in the comments below. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.